You're watching iRacing on the Ghost Fire Media Network.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting night of IVRL racing from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's Randy Pepper alongside my cohort and co-host, whatever you want to call him. It's Nick Adams on the other side. What's happening, bud?
Oh, Mr. Pepper, I am good. I am excited for tonight. We are coming in here to start the round of 12 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 280 miles, 140 laps of what I hope is some very exciting racing, with drivers trying to punch their ticket to the round of 8.
Round of 8. That's right. You're trying to get to that next step. We've got down to 12, and now we're looking at these next 3 races, which are going to be exciting to say the least. Right now, Greg Holt is fastest on the track, with Adam Wood running second right now, and Derek Schilling doing very well at third fastest.
We have a few drivers yet to throw down practice laps, that being Cody Mckinney, Ryan Cliver, Joseph Causey, and Dalton Tucker making his return tonight to the series. All 4 of those drivers, haulers, are here at the track. They have cars unloaded. The drivers just haven't stepped in them to go out there and pull any laps around the racetrack yet. We also want to welcome back the number 32 of Juan Garza tonight. The number 32 Toyota Camry will be back on the track tonight, as well as that number 15 right there. That beautiful machine right there on the outside. You saw him pass Derek Schilling of Dalton Tucker. Dalton, in his debut race a couple months ago, was able to win his first race here with the IVRL boys, so we'll be excited to see what he can do tonight. Right now, he sits 11th fastest on the track, but he was stuck behind another driver here on his first lap in practice, so we'll keep an eye on that. And one more welcome back to the number 24 of Nick Goebel. He was not here last week. He's been a pretty steady gentleman here this year to come in the second half of the season, and he was not here last week, but he's back this week. That number 24 machine with DuPont on the side, it's exciting to see him back.
Yeah, it's good to see some old familiar faces back out on the track this week. And Dalton Tucker driving that 15, that was Michael Payne's number. I'm surprised he's running that number tonight.
That was Michael Payne's number, wasn't it?
Yes, he was. Yeah, it was Michael Payne's number.
Interesting. I didn't know if I thought Michael was coming back. I haven't really kept up with some things here this week, but I know there was a couple changes, a couple drivers retiring for the rest of the season due to some things outside of the sim that are beyond their control. So obviously, whatever's going on out there in real life world, we hope everything gets better, or whatever it is continues to improve, and maybe we'll see everybody back here next year at Daytona. But at the moment, Mr. Pepper, let's talk about the 12 guys who made it to the round of 12.
Yeah, let's talk about those guys.
And then we want to really focus on the guys above the cutoff, especially the guys who have a lot of playoff points. So Joseph Causey, unless he completely falls apart here in the round of 12, Joseph Causey is through to the round of 8. If he has a good race here tonight, he can lock himself in on points. Greg Holt is 44 points ahead of the cutoff line coming into tonight. Patrick Gaspar 14 points ahead. Nicholas Weatherby in 4th, 7 points ahead. So this is where it starts to tighten up, and you're going to see these really, really close battles we're going to have to watch throughout the remainder of the playoffs. With Thomas Carino Jr. in 5th. He's the standalone guy in 5th with 4 points above the cutoff line at 3,009. But then we get that three-way tie for 6th, which is Charles Urick, Adam Wood, and Harvey Abrams, all at 3,006 points. Adam, out of the three of those, was the only one with a win. So if it comes down to a tiebreaker going into the round of 8 between those three drivers specifically, if that was to happen, if they were all to be outside and they had to one of them finish in 8th, Adam Wood would get the tiebreaker on. Actually, a lot of the drivers here that are down here near this neck of the woods, the cutoff. And then below the cutoff, Cody Mckinney with 5 playoff points so far this year, 1 point below. Joey McKinney 4 points below the cutoff with 2 playoff points. Derek Schilling with 3,001. He scored 1 lone playoff point this year. And Ryan Cliver, who hasn't scored any playoff points this year, has 0 playoff points, 3,000 points coming into the round of 12. He snuck his way in, and let's see if he can sneak his way into the round of 8. This is going to get really interesting as we go to the next 3 races here, with Vegas being the first race of the round of 12, and then we head off from Vegas. Next week we go to Talladega, Alabama, and then we go down to Charlotte, North Carolina to finish the round of 12 with the Roval on October the 5th here. On October the 5th, Tuesday night. So it'll be interesting, Randy, to see how this round plays out for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how everything shakes out. I mean, we had a new winner last week that showed up, and who knows, we may have a new winner this week that we wouldn't be thinking of making it to the next round. We never know.
Yeah, anything can and anything will happen. We've seen it. Patrick Gaspar finally got that monkey off his back, and I mean, I've been thinking about it all week. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, but I went back and looked at last week. I rewatched the race. I watched how strong Patrick was, even with a damaged race car last week, and he had this aura about him post-race where he just, it feels like he's much easier to talk to now. He feels better. I feel like he's a lot less on edge now, and he's just going to be able to rattle him off here in the last 7 races. Is that 7? Hold on. Round of 12, which is 3. Round of 8, which, 7 races.
Yeah. Yeah, he may be. That's a great analogy. He may be able to rattle them off right now, but for all we know, Ryan Cliver ran really, really well last week, and at the end, he just got snake bitten. Who knows? That number 11 may end up winning something before we're all said and done with this round.
Yeah, it's very true. And really quick, we want to continue to thank, I see the love pouring in the chat. We want to continue to thank everybody who tunes in every Tuesday night and every night of the week except for Saturdays at the moment with the Ghost Fire Media Network to give us your support and just watch. Without all of you, this wouldn't be possible. We wouldn't be doing this just for the hell of it, sitting here and calling races between me and Randy Pepper. It wouldn't be fun if we weren't doing it for everybody to watch and enjoy. So we want to thank you for coming out every Tuesday night, specifically for me and Randy, to watch the IVRL, because we've done this now for 30 weeks, 31 weeks between exhibition races and regular season races, and 31 weeks of this coming into this week. It's fun. It's been a great season, and we hope to cap it off over these last 7 races with even more excitement from these guys in the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series.
And if you want to have some fun, go back and watch some of our early races when we didn't have quite as good a technology and all this stuff, and kind of watch those races where everybody's kind of feeling things out, We probably got names wrong, all kinds of fun stuff. So it's always fun to go back and watch some of those old races and just see how far the Ghost Fire Media company has come along, and the IVRL as well.
So I just want to point something out here about the on-track action that we were just watching. I was just looking we were looking at Dalton Tucker racing with this little group of 4 cars. It was 5 with Cody Mckinney. And Cody has been the one guy that I've continuously seen get really loose here. But with Cody being so loose, it's making me wonder, and it's really making me think that these cars are going to be extremely difficult to hold on to tonight, because I've seen a lot of guys just get loose off into corner entry, and then it continues into the middle of the corner. So we could have some really nice, tight racing tonight, or we could end up having some mistakes that cost championship guys the opportunity to punch their ticket to the round of 8 here in the opening race in round of 12.
Yeah, we probably will see a little bit of squirreliness throughout the night. I have run some races last couple days trying to get a feel of some of the new mods to some of the cars, and I have noticed that these cars, when you're around other cars, they get unsettled quite a bit. You kind of lose the back end very easily coming off the turns. And so I think we're going to see a little bit of that. While you're by yourself, it's not that bad. It's when you get around people that the car is unsettled.
So what you're telling me is that the air finally plays a big factor onto these race cars like it should?
Absolutely. I would totally agree with that.
Because I've driven a lot of different types of race cars between multiple simulators, and I would say that the Cup car is probably the most aero-dependent race car, with the least amount of mechanical grip that I've ever driven. Because a Formula One car there's a ton of mechanical grip for the slow speed corners. They're very aerodynamic requirements to that race car around high speed corners. And any car is the same way. The low speed, there's a lot of mechanical grip to those cars. But the Cup cars, specifically the Cup cars, I wouldn't say all NASCAR cars, just specifically the Cup Series cars, the Gen 6, the Gen 7, that machine is extremely... No, this is the Gen 6. Never mind. Ignore me.
I was thinking. I'm going.
There's
I was
so
having
many,
to think too.
I keep forgetting the car tomorrow was the 5th generation, the 4th generation, not the 5th generation. I always think it's the 5th. But specifically, the Gen 6 is extremely aero dependent, and it has little to no mechanical grip at some of these racetracks. So I'm glad to hear you say that, Randy. I haven't been able to do a race with the new package on these Cup cars yet, but I plan on doing some tonight and tomorrow. And I'm excited to try it now that after I've heard you say that the air is affecting them more.
Oh yeah. You're gonna definitely feel the air definitely affecting it more for sure. They do. You'll feel the car suck up on the other cars, and then as it sucks up, it kind of gets to a little bubble where it can't get right, right up on that bumper. You're gonna have to wait out a little bit, and then just wait and get a good run down on the bottom of the track to try to get around somebody. So
well, that's good to hear. I'm excited to hear that. But why don't we talk about a few things here tonight? First, back by popular demand after last week, the Guitar Addict drone camera. Guitar Addict jumped on with us for another week to sponsor the beautiful drone camera, and I've heard rumors that Guitar Addict is going to sponsor the drone camera to go cover other series. So at first this was an IVRL exclusive, and other series liked it, so we're going to be jumping on using it with other series.
So it was a big thing for sure. That was a big thing.
It was. It cost a lot of money. I had to ask Randy for a lot of money to get this $12 drone, and then I had to get the $3 license, and then I had to pay NASCAR $1 million to allow me to drive it over their racetrack. So seriously, we are in the red with this camera. So the more,
and I got it from the guy at the pawn shop. So.
Yeah, the more I can get money from Randy Pepper, the 35 cents on the dollar that I can get from this man, will keep me from going bankrupt before the end of the year.
Hey,
that's what the hope is.
You know, that's just the way it is. I'm trying to save up my money so I can make it out to Phoenix for the last race. You know, so that's the way it is. I'm just trying to save up the money.
Well, did IVRL put you up in the Trump Tower down here, or did they put you up in a different hotel?
In Vegas, no. I'm staying at the South Point Casino. Brendan Gaughan has put me up once again. So a big shout out to Brendan Gaughan, my bud there. Thanks a lot for room 666. Beautiful.
Yeah, they put me up in the presidential suite at the South Point Casino. For some reason, the IVRL likes me. I don't know why. Put me up at the presidential suite.
You know, that's a nice suite, no doubt about it. You know, my favorite thing about the South Point is being able to go downstairs and eat at Steak and Shake whenever I want, or go see a movie. You know, there's 16 movie theaters in this place, and there's 64 lanes of bowling, and a full arena full of, like, where you can have BMX racing, you can have bull rings, whatever you want. It's all down there. It's a beautiful hotel.
It's almost like you could call this the Go Bowling Casino, the Go Bowling South Point Casino 400, or something like that. I don't know why. You would think maybe NASCAR will think about that.
You definitely could. I think they've done it before, but it's okay.
I know that they didn't jump on with us. We had to go get Casino Royale for the 280 here tonight. But maybe next year we can get something like the Go Bowling South Point Casino 280. Wink, wink. South
Point.
Wink.
Wink. Hey, Brendan, we need some help here, bud.
Yeah, hey,
need some help.
Brendan. but we are a minute and 55 seconds away here from playing a little bit of craps, looking for 21 on that blackjack, trying to hit the 3 gold bars on the solitaire machine, trying to get a full house on the video poker machine, whatever you want to call it. One of these drivers tonight is going to leave with a beautiful trophy, a crap ton of money, and, well, you know, a free card to go play all the slots they want from our friends at the South Point Casino. Yeah.
So, you know, it's funny. I'll be back out in Vegas. When I go to Phoenix, I'm going to probably either drive or fly back over to Vegas and stay a couple days. But I will not be staying at the South Point for the first time. I'm going to stay probably at the New York, or the not Treasure Island, but the Excalibur, or Luxor. I can't remember. I'm going to give you a tip, folks. If you
he's just going to give you a tip.
I'm just giving you a tip. If you have
don't worry, it's a small tip.
phone, which everybody has a phone, download the My Vegas app. This My Vegas app, you can download it, and you will be able to play for reward points that you can use for free night stay in Las Vegas, and also trips on the Royal Caribbean ships as well.
That's
or
the
MSC.
That's the Randy Pepper little tip of the day, sponsored by the Guitar Addict
and My Vegas app.
Sponsored by the Guitar Addict, My Vegas, and Trojan.
Oh boy, yeah, I'm just telling you, it's a really cool little app that I'm actually going to get to use it again and go stay in one of those hotels for free. So it's awesome.
You know, I was just thinking about this. This is the home of the Neon Garage, man.
Yes, it is.
We haven't even talked about it.
Yeah, it's the imitation Daytona. You know, infield at Daytona. So,
but as we see, the diecast dude, the winner last week. We've been waiting to say that for 30 weeks, and I'm so happy we can finally say it because the guy deserves to win a race. The winner from last week, Patrick Gaspar, sitting on pit road, hasn't exited pit road yet. We'll keep an eye on him. He's going to come in tonight with a lot of momentum, but exiting the pits right now, getting onto the track for the first time, Nick Goebel. So we're going to watch the number 24 as he goes way up against the wall on his first lap here. Get all the speed you can. That'll put you in the green as you come down the start-finish straight across the start-finish line to get the green on his first qualifying lap here tonight. That beautiful number 24. It's like a paint scheme that you like. It's like a wish paint scheme. Something I wish Jeff Gordon would have driven. Something like that when he was driving the 24 with DuPont. It just is a nice scheme. I like the use of the colors. There probably would have been a few more colors on there to complete the rainbow, but it's a really nice scheme. Thomas Carino sets his first lap, 30.63. Ryan Kleiber sets his 30.28. Weatherby with a 30.24. Causey with a 30.71. Goebel with a 30.75. Adam Wood with a 30.76. And Tommy Schaefer, another man. Welcome back tonight, Tommy Schaefer with a 30.89. Weatherby is going to Garza is going to set his first lap of 30.28, but out of turn 4, Nick Goebel is going to cross the start-finish line. Will he improve? Carino jumps to first. Goebel goes from a 30.75 to a 30.15. He took 0.6 off his lap. He jumps to the pole, and then Tommy Schaefer comes in. And Tommy Schaefer, his first race back in about 2 months here, with Alpine Stars and Chick-fil-A on the car, jumps to the pole with a 30.151. And Juan Garza with a 30.17. It's the return of the part-timers here tonight, and they're dominating qualifying.
That's awesome.
It's nice. It's really nice to see that.
It is. It's really good to see these guys that we haven't seen for a while come out here and do some great things.
Derek Schilling on his second lap now, off into 3 and 4. I took a second to recompose myself, but here they come. Out of 4, Derek Schilling, will he improve? Schilling will cross the start-finish line from 11th with a 30.33 to 5th with a 30.18. Nice improvement right there. Charles Urick with a 30.27 on his first lap. He's in the middle line on the exit of 4 here. He comes across the start-finish line. He will not improve. He will improve to a 30.24, but he'll actually lose a spot because he'll lose 2 spots because Greg Holt and Dalton Tucker both improve their laps to 30.19s. And here he is, the man who's trying to continue his hot stretch of qualifying. Cody Mckinney finishes his first lap, and he's going to, with his first lap, be the slowest car on the track with a 30.69. But that is nothing. Remember, Nick Goebel chopped 0.6 off his second lap. Tommy Schaefer, 0.7. So it's not over yet, folks. It's far from over here for these drivers. It's into 3 and 4. Cody Mckinney trying to get his 4th pole in 7 races out of 4. I don't think it's going to be enough, but I've been wrong before. So. Across the start-finish line. 3rd. And he's going to go 3rd by that much. I'll tell you what, I don't care. Cody McKinney's still the hottest driver in the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series in qualifying. I'm going to continue to give him that, because if the 3 guys who have been the part-timers didn't show up tonight, Cody McKinney would have got another pole. But we have to put all of our, congratulations to Tommy Schaefer in the number 40. Chick-fil-A, Alpine Stars, Chevrolet Camaro, ZL1. He's going to come in tonight, first race in 2 months with this group, and he's going to take the pole by 0.006 of a second over Nick Goebel.
Anything.
This is a totally different top 10 than I was expecting. Wow.
Yeah, we actually have a pretty decent number of cars. 16 guys have shown up tonight, so it's good to see. We've got some new drivers or old drivers returning to fill out the field tonight. That's a good thing.
That's what's shocking to me. We're not gonna sit here and talk about the warm up they're about to do, because there's more important things to talk about here that we're about to show you. Look at these qualifying times that I'm putting up on the board here. I mean, 0.001 was the difference for pole. It was a 30.157 to a 30.158. Cody McKinney with a 30. Holy crap! Cody McKinney with a 30.162. So that's 0.005 seconds off. Juan Garza with a He's less than a half. My goodness. My goodness. Oh, wow. 100th of a second.
Yep.
200ths of a second for 5th and 6th. And then you just look between 5th and 10th. I mean, Carino, Schilling, Wood, Weatherby, Tucker, and Holt. There's less than a 100th of a second between those drivers.
Would you
They're
ever
on
thought that?
milliseconds.
Would you ever thought that Joseph Causey is actually one of the slower guys out there?
You know, and that I was actually going to talk about that. I thank you for bringing that up, and the reason I thank you for that is because back in the spring, Joseph Causey won this race. But for anybody who was watching us in the spring, which you know a lot of you are returning, but some of you are brand new, we welcome you here to the Ghost Fire Media Network. Joseph Causey's teammate, Christian Converse, the young up-and-coming superstar in the sim world, came in here and he dominated this race, led 94 of the 150 laps we had there in the spring, and he lost to Joseph Causey by not that much. It was a pit strategy decision, like a lot of our races were early on in the year, and that's what inevitably cost him the win, was a pit strategy call, and Causey has consistently been one of the better pit strategists in this league all season. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. I think 10 laps shorter race tonight. I think it's probably going to be affected no matter what by pit strategy. Tires are huge here at Las Vegas. Fuel is huge here at Las Vegas. 140 laps, 280 miles, give or take a half mile a lap. I think it's 250. It's probably 250.
These guys are having a lot of fun. They're
I have no
during
idea
practice
where I was
here.
going with that. It just. I was doing the math and then I just lost it.
I see that. I was going to say, these guys are actually having a little fun out there on the track doing the Three Stooges.
Where was my point going?
You were going through all the statistics.
Yeah, and then I just lost it.
It's okay. It's all good. It doesn't matter. Statistics only matter in horseshoes and fingernails.
Oh! No, these statistics matter. 140 laps. 35 laps in stage 1. 35 laps in stage 2. 70 laps in the final stage. There you go. That was the math. That was what
Bingo.
I was trying to do. Was tell you the length of the stages. That one mattered. I'm glad I remembered because that information mattered. Other than that, I don't care. They have 4 extra sets of tires tonight, and it's a night race. So degradation on the tires is going to be a little less than normal just because it's going to be cooler out. We're going to be able to enjoy things a little bit more. You're going to see guys going for it just a little bit. If we go back to the spring race here at Las Vegas, though, we did, if I can find it.
While you're going back for that, just give you a little quick note. One thing I also did notice in the new update, the tires do not degress as much as usual. So we maybe they'll have longer runs on these tires than we normally do.
So we had one less set of tires this week than we did at Vegas in the spring. So that may come into effect here on what we get for pit stops and such. We had 9 cautions for 35 laps in the spring here at Vegas. I don't know if that trend's going to continue. We also had 32 drivers, so double the field in the spring.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't think we're going to see that number
I think
tonight.
maybe we'll see 4 or 5 cautions here tonight. I don't think we're going to see 9.
No.
It's nighttime now. It was daytime in the spring. We came here. It was a day race the first time we came here. Tom Schuett, Christian Converse are no longer with us, so the top 2 finishers left from that race were Joseph Causey and Nicholas Weatherby. But then you look right behind them, and it was Derek Schilling who was the next driver who's still with us at this point on the track. So we're going to keep an eye on that because Nicholas Weatherby was faster than Joseph Causey in the spring, Looked like that might have been his first win, but he got unlucky with cautions. So we'll have to see how everything plays out here tonight. But, Mr. Pepper, do you want to do a little old school grid?
Yeah, we'll go down the grid real quick here. On the pole tonight is Tommy Schaefer, the number 40. On the row 1, on his outside is going to be Nick Goebel in the 24. Row 2, it's Cody McKinney in the 14. And Juan Mara Garza returns in the 32. Row 3, it's Thomas Carino Jr. in the 7 and the 87 of Derek Schilling. Row 5, it is the 45, Adam Wood and Nicholas Weatherby in the 23. Row 6 is going to be Nicholas Weatherby and Dalton Tucker in the 15. And lining up behind them, it's going to be Greg Holt and Joseph Causey, Team Tito guys in the 91 and the 88. Lining up in row, let's see, that's row 6. It's 6. Yeah,
6.
Joseph, yeah, 6. It's Harvey Abrams and Charles Yerk. And row 8, it will be Patrick Gaspar, Ryan Cliver, and Joey McKinney will line up dead last on the grid.
So, like I said earlier, in the pre-race show, I see a lot of interesting things happening here tonight. We welcome back Nick Goebel, Tommy Schaefer, Juan Garza, all of our returning drivers. We welcome back all of our viewers out there on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, Twitch and YouTube. And I hand it over to Randy Pepper to bring us to the green.
Base car has pulled off. We're getting ready to go green flag racing as Schaefer's down low. Schaefer's on the gas. Joey McKinney, or actually Nick Goebel on his outside. He'll take off, leading by a half a car length over Goebel. Goebel hanging on the outside, hanging right with him as McKinney's right behind the 40 of Schaefer. Here they come, stacked up 2 by 2, door handle to door handle, lug nut to lug nut down the back straightaway for the first time tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Speedway. As they make their way off of turn number 4, they go back to the stripe for the first time. It's Schaefer leading lap number 1 with Goebel running second.
Nick Goebel all over the back of that number 40 as we go off into turns 1 and 2. We're going to keep an eye on the battle for the lead, but we have a battle for second. To the inside, Cody McKinney on Juan Garza. Down the back stretch, we got a bit. Tommy Schaefer got huge loose on the exit of 2, and that's going to stack up the field as we're going to be 3 wide off into 3 and 4. Tommy Schaefer struggling with the handle of that race car, and they are 3, 4, 5 wide back there in the middle of the pack here at Las Vegas as we are really playing our luck early on here in stage 1.
Yeah, the Schaefer car stacked him up big time. And
did you see Adam Wood there? He got into the quarter panel of Cody McKinney. It put him up the track a little bit, and thankfully for Cody, he was able to gather it back up.
Yeah, he was lucky. And Adam Wood, if he doesn't look out, he's going to have the 91 up his trunk because he's definitely given the tip a couple times going down the back straightaway and the front straightaway.
Yeah, I didn't know 5 guys served Miller Genuine Draft, but right now it looks like it's in the back of the bar at the moment. It looks like the number 91 is to the inside of that breast cancer awareness, number 23. Sorry, the suicide awareness, number 23 of the suicide prevention awareness, number 23 of Nicholas Weatherby as he battles down the 87. Weatherby in the wall. Weatherby in the wall early on here. Not too much damage. Just a little Darlington stripe here at Las Vegas, but he should be okay. It was just a little tap, a little bit of numbers rubbed off there. I don't see any tire rubs. I don't see any major damage on the right side. So at the moment, it looks like that number 23 is going to be okay here early on.
And we got a challenge for the lead. Juan Mara Garza is looking to the inside. He was out front just a bit the last time around. This time they're side by side coming off of turn number 4 down to the stripe. Garza down low, Goebel up high. We cross the line. Garza takes it out low line coming across the line as they go back into turn number 1, still side by side. As McKinney thinks about maybe taking it 3 wide as they went into turn number 1. Now they've thought better of it, but they are still side by side. And it looks like maybe the outside line got a better push as that McKinney came up there and gave Goebel a push, and it pushed him away by two car lengths over Garza. Garza slams the door shut on the McKinney run that time as they go down into one.
Juan Garza, he shut the door on Cody McKinney down the front stretch. He's going to throw it off into 1 and 2. Folks, we paid for the whole seat. We're only using the edge right now. Man, oh man, my heart is going a million miles an hour. My head hurts from all the action on this racetrack. And now we have Thomas Carino jumping to the inside of Cody McKinney. In 3 and 4, look at Greg Holt. He's up to 6th. He's driven his way through the field from that 10th starting spot. Oh, Thomas Carino loose across the start-finish line. Greg Holt in the sucker hole. He's going backwards. Dalton Tucker's going to slide up into that spot. Greg Holt lost 3 spots down the front stretch. He's in the middle behind them. And there's right there, you're going to see Dalton Tucker slide up. But we're going to focus on Greg Holt. He got real loose. It's taken him a while to get that car stuck back to the racetrack. And now it looks like Greg Holt might have it back under control. And we're going to have to keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on the number 91 of Greg Holt down the front stretch. Make sure he continues off in turn 1 and 2 with the car under control.
Not so sure that he's not doing that on purpose. I think he had a little pucker moment going there, and he knows it's way too early. We're only 9 laps into this race, and you definitely don't want to mix it up too much right at the start and ruin your whole night, because there's way too many laps left in this race to ruin it this early.
It definitely is, but look who's coming. The driver with possibly the most momentum of the season that he's had so far coming into tonight with Cody McKinney. He's now up to 2nd. He's going to complete the slide job on the 32. He's going to bring Dalton Tucker with him. He's going to use that side draft on the 24 down the backstretch. And Cody McKinney looks like he's going to try to take the lead into 3 and 4, and he's going to slide up on the outside, and he's going to complete the pass down the front stretch. Cody McKinney to the lead here at Vegas.
Cody McKinney leads lap number 11. Can he hold on for the rest of the race? That is the question. We're early on. A lot of things can happen as we see the draft is really playing a big part of the cars right now. You've seen guys pull away, especially with Dalton Tucker, or not Dalton Tucker, but with Goebel and McKinney and with Schaefer. They pulled away there for a little bit, but everyone has caught back up, and the draft is definitely playing a big part. We haven't seen this much of a draft, but this package is definitely playing a little, giving them a little forgiveness, I would say.
Yeah, the draft is a much larger effect on this race so far than I thought it was going to have. We're going to step away from the battle for the lead for a minute, because the battle in the middle of the pack has set up to be a great one. You have this battle right here, which is for 4th, between Tommy Schaefer, Dalton Tucker, and Thomas Carino Jr. right there on your track, on your screen. And right behind them, Adam Wood, Greg Holt, Ryan Cliver, and Charles Urich are all battling for that 7th position. And man, oh man, Greg Holt and Ryan Cliver just got millimeters between each other. These are 4 playoff contenders trying to have a good start to the round of 12 here. And it's something that Ryan Cliver desperately needs, is to get some playoff points and stage points here in the first race of the round of 12. So he needs to buck up and try to gain another couple of spots here. As right now you'd only get 2 stage points here in 20 laps when the stage ends, if he's able to hold on to 9th and not gain anything. And Ryan is one of those drivers in need of stage points.
Yeah, he's in need of quite a few right now. I mean, he's had some great runs, but things just have not worked out perfectly for him. So we'll have to watch him run tonight, and hopefully things work out better for him tonight, as there's a lot of battling on the racetrack right now. There's a lot to watch. Yeah, there's a lot to go on. I mean, the only one really doesn't have any battle going on is Juan Mauro Garza. He's in the middle of running 3rd by himself, but everybody in front of him, the leaders got challenged from Goebel, and then behind Garza, you've got Tucker, Carino, Schaefer, Holt, Wood, all of them all sitting there in a giant pack trying to make their way up to gain positions. as we talked about Greg Holt back there, Greg Holt has made up a few positions. Now he was up to 4th, now he's fallen back to 5th as that draft on the outside is working against him.
Yeah, the draft at the moment is definitely hurting Greg Holt. He's stuck on the inside. It's where you want to be at most racetracks, and I thought it would be where you want to be right now here early on at Vegas at night, just because of how grippy the inside lane is going to be. But it seems to me as if that outside lane is just a little bit more grippy and maybe a little bit more easy to drive at the moment for these drivers. With how grippy it is and how cool and slick the track is in the bottom and how much rubber they've already put on the top of the racetrack as we have a battle for the lead here.
We got a 4-car battle.
4 cars under a blanket.
4 cars battle for the lead. It's still McKinney out front with Goebel running second. Garza is side by side with Dalton Tucker. Tucker's going to think about it. He'll put the 15 back behind the 32. And as I say that, here comes Carino Jr. and the 91.
Now it's a 16-car battle for the lead.
16 cars, all of them. Anybody can come up here and take the lead. It's like Daytona. You think you're safe, but you're not.
You know
somebody's going to come soon.
You know who we haven't seen make any moves so far? We're focusing on him now. Is the 88 of Joseph Causey as he slides his way into the top 10. He's been sitting in the back of the pack here for the first 20 laps, saving his tires, saving his equipment, biding his time, knowing he's got a 90-point margin to the cutoff line here in the round of 12 to get to the round of 8, knowing he just needs to get through tonight with a decent finish. He gets himself into the round of 8, and then he can focus on going out and winning the next 2 races, getting that momentum and the all-valuable stage points.
I don't think he thinks that way.
You know what? I think he's in that playoff mindset now.
I don't think so. I think Joseph Causey thinks one thing: win, 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 win. And I wouldn't doubt that he's just kind of sitting back there thinking about what he can do to win the last stage of the race. He's kind of feeling things out. He's seeing how people are playing in the air, everything like that. And I think that's what he's doing. I think he's just waiting his time. He's going to let these guys burn their tires up. But like I said, the tires aren't going to fall off like they normally do. It's going to take a little bit for these tires to fall off. Normally, we'd see the cars fall off around lap 15 or something like that. We wouldn't see any problem, you'd see everybody kind of really having a hard time driving these cars. But tonight, it looks like everybody's still running the same way they were when they started the race.
Yeah, it doesn't. The lap times haven't fallen off all that much. We've only lost about half a second right now on lap times from the start of the race. It seems like everybody kind of has that same amount of grip they had when the race went green. Drivers are able to push just as hard as they need to get past the drivers ahead of them. And then that draft, the almighty draft, is the equalizer here tonight so far. And it's keeping the drivers who might not have the pace of the leaders in the battle for the lead. And man, oh man, a guy we want to talk about who we thought had a lot more pace than he has is that number 23 of Nicholas Weatherby, the driver who finished 3rd here in the spring. He had a lot of fourth in the spring, a lot of momentum coming out of here in the spring. Looked like he could get his first win. He was very, very competitive. He comes in here tonight, and he's not even on the same level as these other drivers right now.
His car is just definitely not working tonight. I mean, even him and Gaspar's back there where he's at.
Yeah,
there's
Gaspar
like 3 of them,
moved.
Schilling, and yeah, they're all just sitting in the back. But like I was thinking, I'm thinking these guys are minding their P's and Q's, waiting until the proper moment to go. I don't think it's good. Yeah, they could be points racing. They could just wait until the very end, then they worry about it. I mean, sure, you would like to win a stage. That always helps. But they may be thinking about the bigger picture. And that's where
Causey and Holt have the advantage over the rest of these playoff drivers right now in the round of 12 is that they have that large gap. They both have 45-plus point leads over the cutoff place. So if Greg Holt has a bad race here, he can probably point his way in no matter what into the round of 8. If Joseph Causey has a bad race, he just has to show up for the next 2, and he points his way into the round of 8.
Yeah, during the break here, I would like to pull Adam Wood up into the booth, and we'll ask him what's going on.
Charles Yerrick is around and in the grass. Damage to the right front and the left rear of that race car. And Charles Yerrick goes from 5th back to the back of the pack here, all the way back to 16th. And we stay green. We stay green. This is our first playoff contender of the night. The first one of the round of 12 to have some problems.
Tough break for Charles, but a lot of racing to go. The car didn't look that tore up, but I know we need to get a better view of that car to make sure.
It looks like Charles Yerrick got loose out of turn 4. Here we go. He was passing the number 11 of Ryan Cliver. He came up the racetrack. The smallest amount of contact. Neither of them hit the wall. Cliver sustained a little bit of left front damage, a little bit of right side damage to Charles Yerrick, but he got on the binders and he kept it in the grass, and then he didn't let it come back up the track. And Charles Yerrick is going to be able to survive that incident. A scary, scary moment for Charles early on in the round of 12. That's going to put him on the outside looking in right now early on here in the race. And he's going to have to rebound here in 7 laps when we get the competition caution for stage 1 ending. Get those 4 tires, get that full tank of fuel, 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles, and get back out there and try to do whatever he can to get himself stage points in the second stage.
Yeah, the car looks pretty much clean. I mean, I didn't see anything major. Anything wrong with the car per se. There may be a little underneath from the spin, but it looks like he should be able to continue on. After the caution comes out, he'll be bunched up with everybody else, and maybe he can regroup and I'm watching the battle up there towards the front. Greg Holt nearly took it 3 wide and nearly took the guy that we said that wasn't doing anything, Joseph Causey, nearly
now
took
he's
him
up
out.
to 3rd.
Yeah.
Him and Greg Holt are battling nice and tight. Oh, their teammates not giving each other an inch down the backstretch here. Greg Holt goes to the bottom. Greg Holt to the outside. Causey to the inside. Causey's going to slide up behind Greg Holt and head off into turns 3 and 4. Behind his teammate right now on the racetrack in P5 as Greg Holt sits comfortably in 4th and is looking to take 3rd away. As right now Cody Mckinney has stretched his lead to about almost half a second. It's 3 or 4 car lengths at the moment. And Cody Mckinney looks like he wants to win stage 1 here. He might have the car and the just pure pace right now to be able to go and do it.
Yeah, he may have that car, and he could use those points, so it would be great for him to at least get the stage win. That would be,
Causey
for me,
just
I think
did
it's
a
a win.
slide job right there on Greg Holt. And it
I
wasn't
saw that.
It was millimeters he had between him and his teammate. He throws it off to the inside of Juan Garza off in a 1 and 2. If he gets past Nick Goebel, he might come steal the stage from Cody Mckinney here at the next 3 laps.
Would that surprise you at all?
No, it wouldn't surprise me if Joseph was able to win the stage. But it would surprise me how far back he was with 10 to go in the stage and how fast he's been able to make up that ground. It just shows you how powerful the draft and tires are as Causey gets slid all the way up the track there. He's
nearly
side by side. Greg
around.
Holt. Greg Holt almost tried to make a 3 wide. They're almost 2 wide behind him. But 2 to go in stage 1, and Cody Mckinney likes what he sees in his mirror as Causey now gets by Nick Goebel. But was it enough for Joseph Causey? Did he get it past him in enough time?
Well, I don't know. If he can suck up, get enough draft on the back of that 14, that's the deal breaker there. But he's back, 0.6 of a second. I don't know if that's enough. I think he needs
gas bars in the pits.
Wow, getting tires already.
He's doing what he did last week. He's pitting early to get the lead to start stage 2. The white flag is out here on stage 1. Off into 3 and 4. Cody Mckinney looking strong here early tonight at Las Vegas. He's going to win his first stage of the playoffs, and he's going to be the first stage winner of the round of 12. An impressive drive from Cody Mckinney. But you have to also look at Joseph Causey how powerful of a statement he made here in stage 1. He was 14th 12 laps ago, comes up to second, is able to make it work, and drives his way up into that position. So you have to keep an eye.
Yeah, we'll definitely watch Joseph Causey and Greg Holt through this whole race. There's no doubt about it. Even though Cody won the stage, we still got to tip our hat to that Causey and that 91 car, because we know they're going to be the ones to watch for the rest of the race. So as caution is back out, or caution is out for the first time tonight to separate, to hold down stage
if you're
1.
Charles Urick, you're upset. You wish it would have been the second caution of the night.
Yes, absolutely. But he didn't go a lap down.
The strategy didn't work for Patrick Gaspar this week.
I see this.
He got
He is
caught
a lap down.
That I'm shocked about. I mean, I'm not shocked. You lose 50 seconds coming down pit road, so it makes sense. But I'm just shocked that he made that call here, knowing he doesn't have a huge gap between him and the cutoff here at the beginning of the round of 12.
Now we'll see how this plays out after everyone pits. See how that all works out for him.
Well, here we go, down pit road. What will we see? 4 tires and fuel is obviously the call. Will anybody make a mistake? Will anybody have damage they didn't realize? Have to get it repaired?
I think there's a couple of guys that are going to have a fender turned in, I think.
4 tires and fuel.
Greg Holt got very
cars.
close to a couple. I was going to say Greg Holt got close to a couple guys out there, and I wouldn't doubt that he probably had to have a fender pulled away a little bit. And Cody Mckinney beats everyone off pit road. And
beats everybody off, huh?
Off pit road he did, yes.
Damn, Randy. Damn.
Oh, well, this is Vegas.
What happens
Sin
in Vegas
City, baby.
stays in Vegas.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the Ghostfire Media Network and the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series here on its official home, the Ghostfire Media Network, Tuesday nights every week, 8 p.m.
8 p.m., 7 p.m.
7 p.m. 8 p.m. is the other lead. 7 p.m. is this one. I apologize.
This is the early one.
7 p.m. is every Tuesday here in the Ghostfire Media Network, and your drone camera, which you are riding along with right now, is presented to us by the Guitar Addict. The Guitar Addict is the #1 place to get guitars and guitar accessories in Florida, and we're going to hear from our man Randy Pepper as he talks to you about the Guitar Addict.
Hi. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Addict, 16725 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitaraddict.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitaraddict.com. Back here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, we are under caution for stage #1, going into stage #2 in the IVRL Buttkicker 280 tonight. Casino Royale. Wow, that was hard to say. I don't know why, but
Randy,
it was.
I'll tell you what you know how to say. How far is the closest meth dealer to the Guitar Addict in South Florida?
Well, I'm not in South Florida. I'm actually in Central
Oh,
Florida.
I'm sorry. How close are you to the nearest cocaine dealer in Central Florida?
From the Guitar Addict?
Yeah.
3 steps, 4 steps?
Hey, folks, if you're wondering, that's how Randy Pepper stays so excited.
No.
Good old
definitely not.
nose sugar.
Yeah, no. Randy stays excited because he's able to go outside of the guitar attic and say, "Get off my land before I shoot you with my Glock."
Oh, man. Florida.
Everybody has a gun in Florida, trust me. We all have guns.
You also have that serial police impersonator down there who runs that funeral service where he does the escorts. He's been arrested like 25 times for acting like a cop.
Yeah, he moved here from, I think, New England.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Punch him in his face if you see him.
Trust me, all the people down here that have any problems, they all came from somewhere else. But anyways, we're going back to green flag racing as Cody Mckinney gets a good start as he pulls out by 1, 2, 3 car lengths out in front of Joseph Causey and Greg Holt and Goebel. Goebel on the outside of Greg Holt trying to work around that 91 car, but 91's going to try to get a little sniff of that 88 up in front. The 88's trying to get something happening around the 14. Everyone is stacked up behind them, trying to catch the leaders as we make our way off of turn number 4 and back to the line to complete lap 41.
You got those fresh tires. You got to make sure you use them. 100 laps to go here. Now you start clicking them off one at a time. You're not going to really push until you get into stage 3. You're probably not going to really push in stage 3 until you get to about 40 to go. But here we go, Causey to the inside of McKinney down the backstretch. He almost gets into the quarter panel. Causey is going to complete the slide job in 1, 3, and 4. Slide job out of 3 and 4 for Joseph Causey.
Get your slide job now because here comes Nick Goebel. He's thinking about trying to catch up to Joseph Causey, and he's going to bring Greg Holt with him as well. So, and Cody McKinney is getting left out to dry that outside.
Oh, the slide job by Greg Holt. He had millimeters.
Yeah, but look at Goebel looking on the outside, going to try to steal that preferred outside line.
Oh,
from
the 3 wide!
He's going to take it 3 wide.
Dalton Tucker to the lead.
Wow, what a move by Dalton Tucker in the 3 wide for second place as Cody McKinney's up top, and the meet in the middle was Causey, and he had to get out of the gas to allow Cody McKinney.
They're 4 wide behind him. They're 4 wide behind him out of 2. They're 4, 5 wide down the backstretch for about 11. And we got a big one.
Trouble,
we got a big one. A big one here. 4, 5, 6, 7 cars involved. Oh, man. We knew with the pack racing we were getting, when it got big, it was going to get huge. And about half the field from 8th on back has damage on their race cars now. And Juan Garza, our third place driver tonight at the start of the race, has huge damage in his return tonight to Las Vegas. That front end is gone. It's a Winston modified on the racetrack for Juan Garza.
A tough break for Garza. He was running so well tonight, and it's tough to see that his night is going to go up in smoke here very soon.
Not just that, now we have drivers who just made their playoffs more difficult by unfortunately being involved in that. Harvey Abrams, that's going to hurt his chances. Thomas Carino Jr., he's going to be outside looking in right now because of the damage on that race car. Derek Schilling, damage to his race car. Not much, but a little. Patrick Gaspar looks to have gotten through that clean. Ryan Cliver has damage. He needed a clean race. Joey McKinney, he has some damage. The number 24 of Nick Goebel looks to have some damage. Charles Sherrick got through it clean. So did Nicholas Weatherby and Adam Wood. These are the drivers on the racetrack right now that are excited to see what just happened behind them, because it's going to make getting into the round of 8 a little easier for some of these guys who were right on that bubble. We're going to go back and see what happened. I think I know what happened. I think I'm smart enough to know what happened there, but I want to see it before I say it. Yeah, but Carino and Garza, there was just 2 cars going for 1 place on the racetrack, and when that happened, I think netcode from Thomas Carino, when he spun around, might have saved a lot of these cars. Carino is, okay, so here it is, the corner before. Carino on the inside of Causey. He's going to slide up. He's going to get on the quarter panel of Causey. It's going to pull him back, and then Garza is going to be on the outside. He thinks he's clear. He's not clear. Goebel gets damaged. Abrams, McKinney, Cliver, and Tommy Schaefer all get damaged. Derek Schilling snuck through there by the skin of his teeth. But man, oh man, talk about a destruction to some of these championship hopefuls here. And just bad luck for some of our returning drivers tonight on the first caution that wasn't a stage ending. And it was 3 laps into stage numero dos.
On pit road, you can see Tommy Schaefer's having an extended stay, as we knew Garza was going to have an extended stay.
Yeah,
and did Schaefer beat the pace car to stay on the lead lap?
Tommy Schaefer is already 2 laps down. I mean, already 1 lap down. I believe he was just trying to not go 2 down. As we are 1 to green here at the Las Vegas. Is it Motor Speedway?
It's Motor Speedway.
Yeah, because it's owned by the same people who own the other motor speedways.
Yes. The SMI guys.
Wonderful human beings. I love them. They even made New Hampshire fun again. Let's reset the top 5 for you really quick. Dalton Tucker on in the lead at the moment. Greg Holt on his outside in second. Cody Mckinney in row 2 in third. Joseph Causey on his outside in fourth. Adam Wood in row 3 in fifth. Nicholas Weatherby on the outside in sixth. Charles Urick in row 4 in seventh. Patrick Gaspar in eighth. Derek Schilling on the inside of row 5. And Joey McKinney rounds out your top 10 as we come back to go green here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The pace truck on the high bankings here at Vegas. He is going to pull off way late. And now Dalton Tucker in control, and he's going to get on the loud pedal here. And Dalton Tucker, with a good restart, he's going to clear Greg Holtz. And will he slide up in front of him? Yes, he will, off into turn 1.
Take him down in turn number 1. Dalton Tucker leads by 1-2. Garlick's over that 91. Then it's Cody Mckinney making his way, trying to take that second or third position away from the Causey, as Adam Wood now in that number 45 showing some strength, trying to hold his line down there with those guys and trying to make his way around Causey as well to make third or fourth place position happen. I don't know what's happening with my voice.
It's all right. You can't speak English, and I can't make words happen. So we're a great combination right now.
I need some water.
It's like a Led Zeppelin concert in 1985. There's too many drugs.
Well, actually, probably been before 85, because I think I'm not sure, but I 73. Believe 73, because I think we lost our drummer before 85.
All right, well, in 73, there was a lot of drugs.
There were a lot of drugs. A lot of people throwing TVs out windows and all kinds of stuff.
Eating other people's arms.
No,
that was
no Walking Dead moment.
That was the 2000s with the bath salts.
Exactly.
That would have to be my generation of all things.
That was Miami. Miami bath salts. Yeah, your generation. Yeah. Hey, drugs aren't good enough for us. Let's just go get some of the synthetic stuff down at the 5 and Dime.
Yeah. Great. Look at Dalton Tucker to the outside, off into 1 and 2 here. The 15. It's the Exalta Chevy versus the Miller Lite Toyota. The Miller Genuine Draft Toyota at the quarter panel. The number 91 off into turn 3. They're going to be quarter panel to quarter panel. And it looks like Dalton Tucker is going to use the power of that Chevy motor on the exit of the corner. But here comes the TRD Toyota.
And Greg Holt barely led that lap. Barely. I mean, when I mean barely, it was barely. So Greg Holt showing some strength.
Ford performance up there, some Chevy performance, and some TRD up there right now. It's a combination of every make in the field.
One guy we kind of wrote off a while back was Charles Urick. Urick has now made his back up into the 5th position. So he's showing some strength in that number 76. And whatever happened earlier, it's gone now from his memory now.
More bad news for Tommy Schaefer. He's on the pit. He's in the pits again, getting the car repaired some more. He went back out on the track, came on the radio, said this thing is undrivable, guys. We got to come down. We got to fix the right front. The crew chief told him to bring it in. We'll fix it. We'll get you back out there. Doesn't matter how many laps down we are. It'll be what it'll be.
It doesn't matter. You're not running for points anyway.
Oh my goodness, Greg Holt! Look at the save! What a save by Dalton Tucker! He's still driving it! Oh, he's still driving it! Oh my God, Dalton Tucker! I haven't gotten that sighted in a long, long time. How the hell did he say? Pardon my French. How in the hell did Dalton Tucker just keep that thing straight?
Oh, and how he's actually just on the tail end of this draft here, and how the heck did Patrick Gaspar not run into him? I don't know.
He was absolutely wrecked. That thing was wrecked into turn one. We're gonna look at a replay of that. I don't even know how that happened. So Greg Holt was right on the back bumper off into one, and I mean, Dalton Tucker was 90 degrees to the left, man. Holy crap. I don't know how he did that.
Well, remember that thing I told you about, the air plays a big part on these cars? I think we just saw how much of a part it does have play. Although after further inspection, the back of Dalton Tucker's car is bent up.
I mean, he got pounded. That's how he went around. But
yeah,
it wasn't on purpose or anything. But drive of the night, save of the season. I apologize for headphone users there. But
well, the good thing, your new mic actually did catch it. The compression in the mic actually caught that. So it wasn't like it was like last week or prior. When you would scream like that, you would hurt some people. This time you did not hurt anybody. So I commend you on the purchase of your mic.
Well, thank HyperX. They're now one of the sponsors. I honestly don't. I mean, that's an awesome save. That's an awesome save.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
Who's the leader, though, now? Cody Mckinney back up front.
Yeah, he made his way back up there and said, I'm going to lead some more. I'm not done. I've got business to take care of.
Well, some rough news out of the garage here. Juan Garza has retired for the night. Thomas Carino Jr., who is now going to be behind the 8 ball going into the second race of the round of 12. Thankfully for him, it's Talladega, so anything can happen. Has retired as well. Harvey Abrams has stuck a lap down. It looks like the number 40 of Tommy Schaefer, the returning Tommy Schaefer, has stepped out of the machine, and they are pushing it to the garage, and he is making his way to the infield care center for his mandatory checkup.
Are they going to check him for COVID?
COVID and whiplash.
Oh, boy, yeah. They'll definitely check him for all that. By the way, just to let you know, it's safe to come back to Florida. Our cases are actually way down again.
It's never safe to go back to Florida.
It's back. We're back wide up. Halloween Hard Nights is in full swing at Universal Studios. Hallow Scream at Busch Gardens and SeaWorld are both in full action. And if you really want to get scared, we got Screamageddon happening in Plant City right now. So come on down here to Florida. We got all your screams and haunts this Halloween season. Thank you, Florida Bureau of Advertisers. We appreciate the extra 5 cents.
Can we just shut down SeaWorld?
No, we're not. We love SeaWorld. They've got their new icebreaker ride getting ready to open up soon. Yeah, we do.
We don't like SeaWorld here. What they do to animals is not right.
Yeah, I need to talk to you about that and that whole thing because you got a lot of bad information. I'm sorry to tell you that.
I just can't stand SeaWorld. Can't stand it.
They actually do a lot of good. Trust me. I know a lot of people. Free Willy, whatever.
Let my cousin go back into the ocean, goddammit.
If you do that, he will get killed by the sharks. Trust me. Joseph Causey is leading the field by 1, 2, 3.
He checked out.
He checked out, but he's not that far. They'll catch him.
He's in the process.
Oh,
of
it's a caution.
Oh no! Oh, Nick Goebel is around. Oh man, Randy Hinshaw Racing has gone from having a fantastic beginning to the night. Oh no, Ryan Cliver is involved, and another championship contender. Ryan Cliver has stepped out of the machine, and that car is going to be towed in. Ryan Cliver's night is done. We'll see what happened here. That's not what happened. It's already happening. Hold on. Holy, what in the world? I'm really confused as to what I just saw. Hold on. I don't know what happened. I gotta go back further. Okay. Going down the front stretch, they're 3 wide. Goebel to the outside. Dalton Tucker in the middle. The 86 at Patrick Gaspar. All right, now they're single file except for Goebel on the outside. Him and Dalton Tucker. Side by side. They go off, so it's the next lap, maybe? I don't know what I just saw. It's going to be a moment. Randy, make sure we don't go green. Let me know when we go to the green.
All right, I'll let you know.
I don't know what happened here. So this is off in a 1 and 2. Oh, him and Dalton Tucker got together. He saved it. He's just trying to drive it. He's trying to get it slowed down, kept on the apron, and he can't. And Ryan Cliver just has nowhere to go. Ryan Cliver was an innocent victim, absolutely innocent victim. Nick Goebel didn't mean to do it. Things just happen. And, oh, man, unfortunate for everybody involved. Ryan Cliver had nowhere to go. Nick Goebel, an innocent victim, and, well, not an innocent victim. Him and Dalton Tucker get together, caused that incident. Nick Goebel has stepped out of the machine. He's going to go get checked for whiplash as well, and his night in the number 24 is also over.
They'll probably go over his attitude adjustment therapy as well, because he probably is quite PO'd right now.
I mean, I can't place blame there on Nick Goebel or Ryan Cliver or Dalton Tucker. It's a racing incident on the front stretch. You get turned into an unlucky spot, and then Nick was trying to get it woed down. He slowed down 40 miles an hour, but it just wasn't enough to keep it off the racetrack and on the apron. And he was trying to turn back down, and Ryan Cliver was committed to the corner and his location in the corner. Just there's no blame to be placed on that one. It's just one of those racing incidences that was unavoidable, and unfortunately, it's going to put Ryan Cliver behind the 8 ball going into the second race of the round of 12. So Harvey Abrams continues to get lucky here in these playoffs as other drivers are having issues, and he is able to, he's not going to be in the top 8 at the moment, but he is in 11th at the moment. He's 5 laps away from what could be, a really good stage, and good stage points out of this. So we'll keep an eye on that with 4 laps to go in the stage when we go green here, unless they call the stage. It doesn't look like they will, though, and we'll see what happens, and if Harvey can get up in there and get some good stage points. Yeah,
we're watching see if the pace truck pulls off here this time
2 to green,
around.
I believe, because the lights are still on, but they're getting lined up.
Yeah, they are getting lined up. The lights are off.
Well, really quickly, while they're getting lined up, we're going to go ahead and pull our in-race reporter, the Woo. Adam the Woo, the Wood, up in here into the booth. Adam, you got Nick and Randy up in the booth here. How's the race going out there? And is stage 2 been called, or are we going to be going green-white checkered for stage 2?
We're going to do green-white checker here. This is that's why nobody pitted. So we're still out here. Lap 70 is going to be it's wild. It's an intense race. I'm loving it. There's so many different racing crews, and the track has been progressively getting stickier as the night went on, and we're able to put the car basically anywhere in the middle of the run, and near the end of the run though it starts to get a little bit tighter, and you got to really worry about where you're running at versus somebody else.
So Adam, have you felt any of the Have you felt any tire fall off at all?
Oh yeah, dude. It's near the end. Like right now, since we had the 2 cautions in this stage, not so much. But in the first stage, I mean, near the end, I mean, I was able to start making up some time, but I was too far back from the main pack to start doing. I think I picked up about 4 spots there, and but yeah, you can tell the tire fall off is there, and it's going to be critical in this last stage to figure out how it goes if it goes green the whole entire way.
All right. Well, we're going to drop you back down there with the Independents, and good luck here in the green-white checker to stage 2.
All right, man. Thanks.
That was Adam Wood, founder and president of Ghostfire Media, the man, the myth, the legend, the man behind all of this greatness you get to listen to every Tuesday night, Adam the Woo. Without him, none of this would have started, so we have to thank him for whatever we get done here at the Ghostfire Media Network. But we're going to hand it off to Randy Pepper as we get the green flag here in stage 2.
Ace truck is off. We're going green flag racing. Joseph Causey gets on the gas. He's going to bring Greg Holt with him. Cody Mckinney is going to be stuck on the outside. Adam Wood is going to follow behind the 91, and Greg Holt going to try to take that 3rd position away from Cody Mckinney. Cody's going to be stuck on the outside. Adam Wood is trying to clear that 14 car as the 88 car is trying to get away from the 91. 3 wide as they're going to stick Adam Wood in the middle of Charles York and Patrick Gaspar. That 5th position is where all the action is right now. Everybody else is single file as they'll go across the line. We'll see the white flag one more time around, and it will complete this stage. Still Adam Wood, still the meat in the middle. Can he hold
man, that is a tight battle. 2 to go in stage 2 down the backstretch. Man, oh man, is Adam going to get any help, or is he going to be the sucker in the sucker hole here off into 3?
Derek thought about it.
He's all by his onesies, but he's going to fight. He's going to fight hard with the driver on the outside. Man, oh man, this is tight. He's using all the side draft he can get. He's going to jump down to the bottom. White flag out on stage number 2. Oh, Gaspar slides up in a Yerk. That's going to allow Adam Wood to come to the inside. Here he comes. He's going to get Charles now down the backstretch. He's going to try to get Patrick. Charles all over the back bumper of Patrick Gaspar. Off into 3 and 4. They're side by side. Adam drives it in deep. Joey McKinney gets tight. Adam Wood and Patrick Gaspar touch. What a save at the line. Who's going to get it? Adam Wood gets. Oh, no. Charles Yerk got 4th. Oh, my goodness.
Unbelievable save by Adam Wood.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, that's all I can say, too. Wow.
What a
I
way
thought for
to
sure we were
finish
going to have a big one.
stage 2.
That was stage 2. That's not even for the win.
God. Wow.
Unbelievable. I about peed my pants watching that. I'm pretty sure just a dribble came out after that.
Did you say you pissed your pants?
Maybe just a dribble.
Oh, man. Randall. Not to be lost in any of what just happened. Joseph Causey won stage 2.
So he is won stage 2 as Cody McKinney won stage 1.
Wow.
Who will win the final stage? Will it be Joseph Causey, Greg Holt, Cody McKinney, Charles York, Adam Wood, Patrick Gaspar, Joey McKinney,
I don't think
Derek
my
Schilling,
heart can handle it.
Weatherby? I don't know. I just don't know.
I don't think my heart can handle it. But, folks, we're going to step away here as the drivers come down pit road. We'll get you caught up when we get back from the commercial here. We're going to hear from a few of our sponsors here on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Woo-hoo.
The AOLL began online racing in the mid-1990s with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later on the iRacing platform. The TNT Series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup Series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman Division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor Trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT Series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on Ghostfire Media.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right. Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time. Well, there's a way out. And I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitarattic.com.
Welcome back to the Ghostfire Media Network, the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series here, live from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification.
You're listening to the Ghostfire Media broadcast of the Las Vegas Motor Speedway 280.
Welcome back here to the Ghostfire Media Network. Thank you for watching and listening to all of your local stations as we are 1 to green here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Nicholas Weatherby, your leader, here to begin stage number 3. I'm sorry, we're 2 to go, not 1 to go, 2 to go. Wait, no, are we 1 to go? No, the lights are still on, we're 2 to go. 2 to go.
Yeah.
Nicholas Weatherby, your leader, here coming into stage number 3. He had a great pit stop. He only took 2 tires as he pitted right before the end of stage 2 to get 4. Oh, Nicholas Weatherby down in the pit road.
He's gone.
Never mind.
Hey, you ever go to the bathroom? I got to tell you something funny. So during the break, I went into the bathroom here at the Speedway. You know, they have 25 different urinals. All right, this long row. I'm in there by myself. And this guy comes in from the local WTVL radio, or not radio, but TV station, walks in. Where do you think the guy goes?
Right next to you.
He walks right next to me. Doesn't say a word, just stands right next to me. He could have went anywhere. I'm on like number 3, all the way to the very back. He walked all the way from the front to the back to stand next to me. And I'm like, really, dude?
Why didn't you just use the one in the studio like I did?
I just like that one in there.
Oh, okay.
I think they have more room for me to pee.
There was nobody in the one in the studio. It was just me. Are you afraid?
I'm sure there wasn't. No.
You sure?
No, I just like that big one. I can sit in there and sing and sound just like the singer for Led Zeppelin.
Oh my God.
All right, here we go back to green flag racing as we anticipate the pace truck will pull off here in just a quarter of a track away.
Has damage on its quarter panel.
It does. That was from Greg Holt. And he pulls off. Here we go. Green flag is about to fly as they're bumping and banging already. And just like that, Joseph Causey pulls out by a half a car length over Greg Holt. Greg Holt will will pull down right behind his teammate, and he will, and he's going to bring Cody Mckinney with him as well as Patrick Gaspar. They're going to fall in line and do a conga line on lap 75 down the back straightaway. Single file. This is probably the most single file we've seen all night long here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We are single file for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars right now as they come along and complete lap 76.
Man, oh man, we had to jump there on the GFM cam. I mean, they were on top of us off into 3 and 4. I'd be really careful. It could have been a gopher popping up out of the track or something there. Man, oh man. Down the backstretch, single file on the outside lane. We have 2 drivers now jumping to the inside. Charles Urick, Dalton Tucker. They're going to try to use a little bit of that aero push up there through the draft, maybe get up there into the top 5 and try to battle for the win here as we have now Cody Mckinney in third, Patrick Gaspar stuck on the outside as the Lone Ranger going off into turn 1.
On Tonto, move it along as they make their way off of turn number 2. You've got a draft happening on that outside. They're going to try to make their way around. That's the Goebel car trying to get around McKinney. He will clear him. Now he's setting his sights on that 91, and I'm sure he has a little maybe payback to that 91 after he got spun while leading the lap or leading the field in stage number 2. And yeah, he does.
There it is!
And just like that,
Greg
bam!
Holt, the championship contender, into the wall, and the field goes wild. And man, oh man, that
Caution is not out.
Oh, we're still green, and man, oh man, you know what? Dalton Tucker, he felt like he got wronged, and he made sure that the person who wronged him felt about it.
Oh, he
Wow.
did. Oh, I had just said something about that, and that didn't take long at all.
Is there some choice words on the radio?
I'm looking to see. There was something said. Let's see. I can't really hear what you were saying.
Man, we really got to start.
Well, there is a little bit something being said between Greg Holt and McKinney. I think they're trying to distinguish how much of that was done on purpose. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Or was it just he had a good run?
Well, let's take a look here.
Yeah, Greg Holt is complaining that there should have been a caution.
There's a lot of things that should have been a caution that should have been called. So if you call a caution for that now, then that sets a precedent that you have to do that for the rest of the season. I don't think they're going to do that.
No, and I don't believe so either.
The way the league is run all season is if iRacing triggers the caution, it's a caution. If it doesn't, it's not. Charles Urick should have had a caution earlier. He's back up there in 6th now. I understand the frustration, but there's a level of consistency, and the consistency in the bar has been set. So you have to follow that bar no matter what or who it happens to.
And Greg Holt's still asking, there's no caution, really?
I appreciate the consistency that they continue to show all season.
And what you just said, Cody Mckinney is explaining it to Greg Holt right now exactly what you just said.
Yeah, the consistency that they've shown on the matter all season has been fantastic, and I think it's a good call. If iRacing doesn't call the caution, then it's not a caution.
And there are some choice words being said between Greg Holt, and Greg Holt is saying it was intentional.
Well, let's take a look. We have the power. Let's take a look. Well, first, that's the first. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to be very careful with the words I choose here.
Well, Greg Holt said it's all cool. He's good. So he's let it slide.
Let's take a look here one more time. Dalton Tucker down the front stretch. He had a huge run off of the one. I mean, he didn't lift, but let's go on board Greg Holt, see if he got loose. So Greg's momentum got killed on the front stretch, and he had to get off the front just a little bit for Joseph Causey. I don't know. I'm gonna plead the 5th. I'm gonna plead the 5th.
All right. Well,
I can't get.
Where it is.
I can't make a basis off of the little bit of stuff I saw there. I can't get in Dalton's head. I can't get into Greg's head. I can't think the way either of them do about the situation. So for now, we're going to call it a racing incident. Will there be choice words after the race? Probably, and we'll report on them like we always do because that's our job, and we'll see where it goes from there. If there's a confrontation post-race, if they get in each other's face, we'll bring it here to you live on the GFM network, and we'll make sure that you know what happens.
And how much damage has been done to Greg Holt's car?
Honestly, his car is done. He's out in the track to gain as many points as he can in case something happens. The right side of that car is pancaked and gone. But here's the only good thing for Greg Holt. We're going to pull up the playoff points previous to the race. Greg Holt had a 44-point positive to the playoff cut line. Ryan Cliver, Thomas Carino Jr. both out of this race. They are not going to gain any points in him. They're going to lose points to him no matter what. Patrick Gaspar hasn't had the greatest first two stages. He's in third. He's probably going to take Greg over in points at the end of this race because of just where he's going to finish on the track. He might be really close, but Greg Holt will not fall out of the round of 8. Not at this race. Talladega, if Talladega goes the same way for Greg, that could spell an end to the championship opportunity of Greg Holt.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, I did say my round of 4 did not include either Greg Holt or Joseph Causey. I said one of them wasn't going to get there. The bad luck was bound to happen to somebody at some point, and that right there is just bad luck for Greg Holt.
Yes.
But now we have to keep an eye on him when he comes back around the track, when he gets lapped by Dalton Tucker, if there's retaliation.
Wow, boy, that would be something, wouldn't it?
That's where I draw a line. I've been very blatant in how I stand on retaliation.
Rubbin's racing, right?
Rubbin's racing, wrecking isn't. Rubbing is racing, but when you wreck somebody, that's why I'm not saying anything about the Dalton Tucker and him incident on where I think the blame lies, because I can't tell you it was on purpose, but I can't tell you it wasn't.
There's no clear choice.
Yeah. We had an incident earlier in the season that was clearly, on purpose. And we called that out as clearly as retaliation for something that happened. But I can't... Does your mind go that way when you see what happened to Dalton earlier in the race? And folks, if you weren't here earlier, I didn't record it.
But there was an incident where Dalton Tucker probably did the best driving best save. He had the best save of the season as he got hit from behind by the 91, and that's why I said
right
when
here.
they were coming around. Yeah. So let's take a look at that.
Earlier, and this is why we're looking at it, because this is what happened earlier in the race. So Dalton was in the lead. This was on the exit of 3 and 4 here. This was earlier on. This was at lap 51. So out of turn 4 here, down the front stretch, Greg Holt gets into the 15, turns him dead left, not on purpose, but turns him dead left. And then we come back here to this early on in stage 3. We'll come back live here for 1 second.
Yeah, they're getting ready to lap Greg Holt.
We'll come back live, see what happened there, see what happens here. So Joseph Causey gets by easily, Cody Mckinney's going to get by easily, but we're going to focus on the 15 for a minute, see what happens when the 15 gets to the 91.
Well, he almost gets into Patrick Gaspar, and he's going to be cool about it. He just let him go by.
All right.
So he was true to his word. He said, yeah, it's all cool. So
I didn't expect any different from Greg Holt, but you always have to think about it. There's always that possibility when something like that happens, especially when you're fighting for a championship.
Oh, definitely.
But that was the incident earlier in the race. You saw the incident here in stage 3. So that's what we were focusing on. That's going to be a talking point throughout the remainder of the round of 12, based on if that does cost Greg Holt a shot to win a championship.
I just wonder how much. Is there any damage besides what's on the rear of that 15 car? Did he?
The 15 has no damage.
On the front.
No
Okay.
damage at all, except for that back bumper from earlier in the race.
All right. I was wondering because he just went around Patrick Gaspard to take that third position, and now he's going to try to reel in that Cody McKinney car and then 14. So can he do that?
Randy,
I mean, we're
is the
97
air
laps.
conditioning on here in the booth?
Is there what was that
Is
again?
the air conditioning in the booth on?
It feels a little warm to me.
Can we get Pat Patterson to push the button?
You know what, Pat Patterson? If Pat Patterson was here, I guarantee it would be a chilly 63 degrees in here because it's always cold in Pat Patterson's world. Trust me.
It feels like it's 85 degrees in this booth.
Then there's no way Pat Patterson would not be anywhere near 85. He'd be on the phone so quick, calling up somebody to fix the air. Trust me. Because we know Pat can't fix it. That's for sure. Pat and me have one thing in common. We are not handy at all. We call somebody
No,
to
Randy,
fix everything.
You're handy.
No, I'm not.
You're not a handy man. You're just handy with men.
Gee, thanks. Fabulous. So.
We've now been canceled.
Yeah. This break is sponsored by Key West Fantasy Fest. Happens coming up next month, October 31st. It's a beautiful time to be in Key West. Actually, it is. I love
Ladies and
Fantasy
gentlemen,
Fest.
the
It's one of
following
my
message
favorite
is
times.
brought to you by San Francisco.
No. Rob Haltford and Judas Priest make their return to San Francisco.
Oh, man. We have 40 laps, count them, 40 laps to go here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We are coming up on our final pit stops here tonight, but before that, we're going to go side by side for 30 seconds only, and you're going to hear about one of our other leagues we run here on Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday nights.
I'm ready for the guitar.
The AOL in the mid-1990s with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later. On the iRacing platform, the TNT Series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup Series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman Division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor Trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT Series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on Ghostfire Media.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ghostfire Media Network and the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. Here with 37 laps to go, we are going to crank it up here on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Lap 105 is in the books here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Joseph Causey leads by 1, 2, 3, 4 car lengths over the number 14 of Cody McKinney. That's another 4 back to Dalton Tucker, and then another 2 back to last week's winner, Patrick Gaspard. Then it's quite a ways back until the 6th or 5th position car of Charles Yerk and Adam Wood, who are running together as well with Derek Schilling. Those guys that all run basically Weatherby, and I think let's see, it's Yerk, Adam Wood, and Derek Schilling. I think those
It's
guys all
5th,
run
6th,
together.
7th and 8th all run together.
Are they all in the privateer group?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, we have to focus on one car. We haven't talked about him tonight yet. It's the number 23 of Nicholas Weatherby, the Suicide Prevention Lifeline Machine. We talked about him last week. We'll talk about him here one more time as he comes down pit road. You see the number on the side of the machine. If you ever need to talk to somebody, it's 1-800-273-TALK. Once again, that's 1-800-273-8255. There's always other options. As the great Michael Jordan, the owner of the number 23, said, I've been cut from my high school basketball team. I've missed 10,000 shots, 23 game-winning shots, but I've also won 6 championships and 5 MVPs. I am as good as I am because of all my failures. To get better in life, you have to hit rock bottom. It's just how it is.
Our leader actually is on pit road right now, as well as Patrick Gaspar. They've come in and got some tires,
Oh, I don't think Dalton Tucker's going to make it down to pit road speed.
he's trying.
I don't think he did. I really don't think he did.
Ooh, we got a fight coming up pit road with Patrick Gaspar and the...
they are side by side.
Side by side, banging off of each other.
I think Patrick Gaspar reached out and threw a water bottle at Joseph Causey. He dinged up that spoiler. The spoiler is bent by a millimeter now.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Team's not going to be happy about that. The spoiler bent by a millimeter because of a water bottle. Man, oh man. Gaspar has a lot of speed here on the exit of the pits. Here he comes.
He does.
Wow, here he comes.
He's hanging on there with Causey as they go into the turn. Is Causey going to turn on the afterburners and leave them behind as they go down across lap to down to complete? Well, actually, they're on the back straightaway. Excuse me. I was lost. As they go into 4, they'll come off of turn number 4. He is pulling away from Gaspar, so Gaspar had something, but now Causey has put the pedal to the metal, and he's leaving him behind.
30 to go. It's still not over yet. 30 laps to go.
Adam Wood and Derek Schilling are your leaders right now.
They were. Now Joseph Causey is the leader. He has passed them on the racetrack as Adam comes up onto the backstretch. He is 9 seconds back now. Adam Wood with a good night here, though, pointing his way towards the round of 8, continues to push and battle his way up there. Started all the way back in 7th. He's moved all the way up to 6th. Heck of an improvement for Adam Wood.
Yeah, definitely. Got a good battle for second happening as Dalton Tucker has caught the back bumper of the diecast dude, number 86. And he's trying to get around him, and it looks like they're both pushing each other to catch up back to Joseph Causey as they're trying to look for a line to get around Joseph Causey as Causey leads, but only by a half a car length over that number 86 of Gaspar.
Got super loose.
He did. That hurt him a little bit.
I think Dalton Tucker has something for both of them.
I think he does too, and I wonder if that bent in spoiler back there is hurting his momentum at all, because if it is, who knows what he'd be doing right now.
I don't know if the spoiler is bent at all. I think it's just the back tailgate. Here comes Dalton Tucker now down the backstretch to the inside of number 86 of Patrick Gaspar. And Dalton Tucker is going to complete the pass in the middle of the corner, drive away, set his sights on the number 88 of Joseph Causey. This is gonna get fun.
As they are going to lap. I can't see what number that is.
Harvey Abrams.
Hey, Harvey Abrams. Are you tired there, Nick? Is this boring you?
No, I never get enough sleep, man. I act like I'm gonna get a lot of sleep. I go to bed at like 9, and then I wake up at like 3:30 because I just can't sleep.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Trust me.
I try to go to bed, and I'm like, I'll set my alarm for 6:30 because I gotta be to work till 8. I wake up at 3:30, 2:45. The dog wakes me up at 1:30 in the morning. Even though she can go potty by herself, she doesn't need me. She still wakes me up to tell me. And then I'm awake.
Yep. I totally get it, man. Trust me, when you get older, it's going to get even worse. So,
God, I'm going to take sleeping pills.
I take another Randy's tips here.
Randy's millimeter tip. Here we go.
Yeah. I'm going to give you a tip, folks. If you have a problem sleeping, check out a thing called valerian root. You can get it at Walmart, Walgreens, wherever. It's all natural. But valerian root, you take a couple of those before you go to bed. It'll what it does is it basically just eases your mind, so your mind doesn't keep racing at night. Because that's my problem, is I'm constantly doing deals in my sleep. Always either thinking about racing or thinking about selling guitars or doing my vlogs or whatever. I've always got something on my plate going, and that's what happens. So valerian root is a great thing. I learned that from a lady that was stuck on Xanax. And a friend of hers turned her on to valerian root, and now she doesn't take Xannies anymore. She takes valerian root, and it's all natural.
Speaking of being turned on to something, Dalton Tucker is turned on to getting that lead.
Yeah, but, like I said, there's that bubble. And there's no one to help him get around Joseph Causey. He's going to have to wait till Patrick Gaspar.
Yeah, but Dalton's not afraid to use the bumper.
Well, Joseph Causey didn't do anything to him, so I don't know. We'll see.
We will. Dalton's not racing for a championship. Joseph is, so that might also play into it.
Yep. We'll see. We've got 118. We got a lot of laps left.
22 to go. But if Dalton Tucker is going to get by him, he needs Patrick Gaspar to get up there.
Yes, he does.
Quickly.
He has. Yep, he needs Patrick Gaspar.
He can't wait. He needs Patrick to get moving. And you see him now at the top of your screen. Patrick is slowly moving with that draft up into this battle. So we'll keep an eye on it. And we should begin to see the number 86 rear his head in this battle, and it should assist the 15 in passing the 88 with 21 to go now.
Will he or will he not? Will he assist him?
42 more left-hand corners. Here's another thing. Will we get a caution? Will we get one? The statistics tell us that we'll get a late race caution in the IVRL. We've had more late race cautions in races than we haven't had late race cautions. So let's keep an eye on that as well. History tells us we will.
Well, we will find out in just a few laps. Will we have a caution? Or will Joseph Causey just run away and win another race and pad his lead towards his championship contention, I guess?
He wins here. He's in the round of 8. He's pretty much locked himself into the round of 8 now with how good he's done tonight, winning a stage, getting 19 stage points through the first 2 stages. That locks him into the round of 8. He's pointed his way in. I think Joseph doesn't want to point his way into anything. He wants to set the record straight with winning his way into everything.
Yeah. His life is so unexciting except when he races. That's what he says.
Is that really what he says?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding.
Las Vegas is one of only 4 tracks that continues to use UPS.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
Most of the NASCAR tracks have switched over to FedEx and Amazon.
You know, FedEx, not so much. Actually, I don't know if you heard me rant about USPS. I'm still looking for a package they lost in Detroit. So.
Rock City.
Yeah. Crack Rock City.
Are we talking about Daytona?
No, meth is Daytona. We don't do crack here. We do meth. That's a big difference. Hey, Gaspar has caught Nick Goebel.
He has. That's Dalton Tucker.
Or Dalton Tucker's.
You've
I'm
done
looking.
that
I
a
was
lot
looking.
tonight.
Yeah, I know. I have.
But man, Dalton Tucker just lost a ton of time to Patrick
Yeah.
Gaspar. And here comes the 91 of Greg Holt. His ugly head is being reared again. Greg Holt's
we
not
watch
ugly.
American-
It's a joke.
I know. We keep watching. We're like, is he going to play something here? We'll
Could
find
he be
out.
a little blocker? He slides up a little bit, off into 1 and 2. He's not just going to give that away. He
he does!
turns him! Dalton Tucker
look
with a
at the
great
save!
save,
The
though!
save!
Oh man, I'll tell you what. Talk about adding insult to injury. You accidentally tap the guy early on in the race. He saves it. Then he turns you. And then later in the race, you try to turn him, and he saves it again.
Okay, so he may not have won this race or anything, but he has pulled off 2 of the best moves, is kind of showing that he's a really good driver.
I hope he races with us for the rest of the year because I feel like the fireworks are going to start between him and Greg Holt.
Yeah,
This could be
I agree.
Rivalry 2.0 of the season. The early season rivalry was Patrick Gaspar versus Tito Team. It was pretty much Patrick versus the world at one point, but I think everybody realized that, or a lot of the people who were against Patrick realized that it wasn't all as cut and dry as it seemed to be. It was more of a mutual issue, and they all sat down, they all worked out their problems, and now I think it might be Dalton Tucker versus Greg Holt here in the second half of the season.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm just hoping that Dalton Tucker has a Discord so we get to talk to him after the race.
Dalton is in the Discord.
Good. Hopefully he doesn't leave, and hopefully we get to talk to him after the race.
Let's see who else is down there. Is anybody who's not in the race down there? No. Everybody who's in the race everybody who's down there is racing. So
Good.
no post-race interviews yet before any of these guys.
Lap 129 in the books. Actually, lap 130. As Joseph Causey just crossed the line. The best battle actually is for second right now between Patrick Gaspar and Dalton Tucker. And actually, Cody Mckinney is right behind them as well. So is he going to...
Was there any chatter between the drivers after what happened a couple laps ago?
Yeah, but I couldn't hear them. You were talking, so...
Who was the chatter between?
Between the 15 and the 91.
Oh. There's probably some 4 little words. Oh, and Dalton Tucker, Patrick Gaspar, 8-touch quarter panels.
Wow.
Here comes Cody Mckinney. 10 to go. Cody wants second. Cody Mckinney is trying to put his name into the hat for the championship 4. He needed a good run to start the round of 12. And man, oh man, has he got one going, and he wants second now.
Wow.
Imagine if Patrick Gaspar and Dalton Tucker wreck each other right here.
Oh, I hope not. I don't think that was intentional. I think that just happened.
No, I mean, I'm not saying it's intentional, but imagine if they did.
I know. And I wonder if that hurt the front end of that 15.
Well, the left side is now damaged on the 15.
Yeah.
Here comes Cody. Down to the bottom. On the outside, Dalton is going to hold steady, try to drive it off the corner, but Cody Mckinney is going to sit tight. And as this race has gone on, more and more rubber has come to the bottom of the
They've got something
racetrack.
going on here.
What do you mean?
Hold on.
Let's see.
Ooh, they.
Are they going at it?
Oh, they're going at it.
Who's going at it?
Greg Holt and Dalton Tucker.
Oh, boy. Can you give us a gist?
Let's just say there's some words of loyalty to leagues and just one person says it just kind of happened, and the other one is saying, yeah, it was intentional. And there's all that kind of fun stuff.
I think we know who we want to be the IVRL podcast guests this week.
Yeah.
We want more than
definitely.
one.
Yeah. If we can. I believe Greg Holt actually races on Friday nights. But we might want to reach out to Dalton Tucker and just talk to him.
There are 5 laps, count them, 5 more laps around the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're going to continue to look at this battle for second here, as it is a 3-car battle for the second position. Patrick Gaspar, the number 86 Chevy. Cody McKinney, the number 14 Chevy. And Dalton Tucker in the number 15 Chevy. He hasn't made many friends tonight, but when you're talented, you don't need friends, you just need good equipment. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah, that's pretty much what they say, definitely.
Jeff Gordon didn't make a lot of friends in the 90s, but he was a 4-time champion by the time 2002 came along.
Yep, that's true.
Should have been a 6-time champion, but we'll not talk about 99. We won't talk about 2000.
Yeah.
We won't talk about 02. We won't talk about 03. And we won't talk about Brad Keselowski. Should have been like an 8-time champion, but we're not going to.
I was going to say I think there was more than 6.
There's definitely just 4 complete missed opportunities. 2 of them weren't Jeff's fault. But we're not going to talk about. Robbie Loomis sucks. That's all I have to say. Worst crew chief ever.
No, there's worse than Robbie.
Lance McGrew. Lance McGrew. Lance McGrew is terrible. He wasn't even terrible. He was terrible.
Oh, boy.
Poor
I'm
dude.
just waiting for something to happen with this second place. I keep looking at Cody. He gets close to the back bumper of the 86, but that bubble just stops him from passing. Really need Dalton Tucker to get up there and give him a little push.
They're also going to be nicer to each other since they're teammates.
True.
Especially with the points that both of them need here early on in the round of 12. We're going to focus now on Joseph Causey. Joseph Causey is the only man this year to come to racetracks and sweep. He has swept a couple of racetracks this year. Let's go ahead and list them out for you. Joseph Causey. I actually can't list them out for you. I apologize. He swept Richmond. He swept Atlanta. And now Joseph Causey comes out of turn 4, and he is going to sweep the Las Vegas Motor Speedway in 2021 and punch his ticket to the round of 8. And he is one step closer to leaving with a championship trophy and a butt kicker in 7 weeks' time.
Good job, man. Good job by Joseph Causey. Just dominated. Definitely dominated stage 2 and the final stage. But ended up Joseph Causey winning. Patrick Gaspar was second. And Cody McKinney came in third for the podium finishes.
We're going to grab... Oh, cripes. We're going to grab our third place finisher, Cody McKinney. Cody, you got Nick and Randy up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Goodness, what just happened on the racetrack. Congratulations on a third-place finish. Well-deserved, much needed as well, as you came in 1 point behind the cutoff to start the round of 12. Does this give you that momentum that you needed, the consistency you've had throughout the end of the regular season and now the beginning of the playoffs to get yourself through to at least make your journey a little easier into the round of 8?
Oh, for sure. I mean, obviously, first half of the season, bad luck struck week in, week out. But right after the break, the 2-week break we had, for some reason, it went away, and it's basically nothing but, top 5 finishes, which desperately needed, not only for points and this point now, but, confidence also.
Cody, you were back a little ways from Dalton and Patrick up there. You saw the little contact that happened from being back there. What did you see?
I really didn't see the point of contact. I believe it was coming out of 2. I was looking through the corner, and I kind of looked just to see, how far I was behind. And I just happened to look up, and they were kind of scattering around a little bit. So
you have to just watch the replay and see what actually happens. But yeah, good run tonight, man. Really good run, because you were probably 5-6 car lengths back behind those guys, and you ran them down and ended up third. So awesome job tonight.
yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, that final stop I didn't execute all that great. Could have executed a lot better, but once them 3 got the draft with each other, it was basically had no chance of catching them until incidents started happening. But it is what it is. I mean, good momentum, and just gotta keep it.
Yeah. Well, good job again, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to pull in our second place finisher, the number 86, Patrick Gaspar. Patrick comes in here last week with the victory, comes in this week, battles for the win again, and then comes home second. Patrick, you got Nick and Randy up in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Yes, I do. You got me?
We do. Congratulations on another momentum-building win. This one will put you in a pretty good position to get through to the round of 8 on points if you can't get that second win of the season before the end of the round of 8. How do you feel, coming out of tonight here at Vegas?
A little mixed. I mean, I thought I had something going there towards the end, and whatever scuffle that Holt and Tucker had just completely ruined any chance I had of catching Causey. So, but I'll take the P2 for the night. Next week's Vegas, so we got the wild card, and then got the Roval. So it's should be another good result for me there. So we'll see what happens.
Patrick, you've had trouble with the road courses. You think this might be the winner this time?
I don't know. I mean, Causey's really good at the road courses. I mean, he's won every single one this year. I've been P2 every single one this year. So, I mean, all it's going to take is one mistake from either him and I, and that's pretty much who's going to win.
I agree. Hey, good run tonight. Second place came from 14th all the way up there. That was a good run, man.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning, I was just kind of trying to get a feel for it. Like I said, last time I came to Vegas, I had a stomach bug, so I didn't really get a good feel for it. But I learned a lot tonight, and then towards the end, I mean, I had Causey within striking distance, and like I said, between Holt and Tucker, I mean, that's going to be something that's going to be up for review.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right, man, good job tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, guys, have a great night.
You too.
All right, we're going to pull in our race winner, the number 88 of Joseph Causey. Joseph comes in here, dominates again. Well, doesn't dominate. Gets a little bit lucky, had a really good race car, but I think his teammate had... Oh, there's a fight! There's a fight in pit road! Randy Pepper, there's a fight in pit road! Greg Holt and Dalton Tucker. Greg Holt pulled right up to the 15's pit stall, and he hit the side of his race car with his race car, and now there is a fight on pit road. These two men are angry. They are upset. Oh,
Tiny
no.
Lewis is in it now. Tiny Lewis is trying to pull him apart.
Oh,
Tiny
Joseph
Lewis.
Causey has left. Joseph Causey has left victory lane in his golf cart, and he is heading over there to help.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do? Hit him with the cane?
I was gonna say he has a cane. He has a cane in his right hand. This is turning into an Extreme Rules match. Oh, okay, good. We're all right. The Nevada County. Oh, okay, good. The Las Vegas County Sheriffs have showed up. The Reno Sheriff's Department are here.
Reno, that's a long way.
The
from
Reno
here, dude.
Sheriff's Department are here. There's Sergeant Dangle. Man, oh man, they have stopped. Okay, and it looks like Joseph is pulling back into victory lane here, and he is hobbling over to us. All right, Joseph. Congratulations on a hell of a win here tonight. Your third track sweep of the year. Atlanta, Richmond, and now Vegas. Brings you a little bit of happiness, doesn't it?
Yeah. It feels pretty good. I wasn't very optimistic coming into this race, and I kind of thought it was gonna be like 3 and 4 was tight as hell, man. You couldn't do anything in 3 and 4. 1 and 2, you had to make your run there, and then try to not plow in 3 and 4.
If you go back and watch the race, in stage 1, 23 laps in, I counted you out. And here we are at the end of 140 laps, and look who's in.
I was saving
lane.
my tires. Did you not notice?
I mean, I figured that out after 19 laps when you all of a sudden just started driving around people like they were standing. So I was like, oh, Causey doesn't suck. Oh, why would I think he sucks anywhere? He won in the spring, and now he just saved his tires, and he's driving around everybody like they can't drive. And here comes Joseph Causey once again.
Yeah, I saved my tires on that first.
Oh, there's
trying
a steel
to-
chair. There's a steel chair involved in this fight on pit road. It's still happening. Somebody bladed. I think Greg Holt has bladed. No, Dalton Tucker got him a hard way, Randy.
Oh, good.
Man, that's
I see it looks that way. Yeah,
Man,
looks
oh,
like
man.
He threw him into the pit wall.
he's gonna need some stitches after that.
Yeah, definitely.
But man, it was tight all race long, man. Freaking, you couldn't get away from nobody.
Now,
Yeah. So okay, let me ask you something real quick. With you guys, did you notice a difference between the old package and this package?
Well, as far as what it is like now compared, I mean, you could definitely tell there's been a workover to where it feels like you can't get away from people like you used to. Like you could sometimes stretch your legs a little bit, through a run, but now it's just like that don't happen.
That's what it looked like. It looked like some of you guys would get away from somebody, and all of a sudden, here comes everybody else catching back up. Like there was no breathing room at all.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the arrow of sadness, you make that your friend. You put that right on somebody and make them go up towards the wall.
Well, good run once again, Joseph, and we look forward to seeing you next week at Talladega.
Yeah.
And we know you and Greg Holt will definitely be a force to reckon with.
Yeah, we're going to try to go win that one too. Either me or Greg. We'll see what we can do. Then
I think Greg has to win that one.
Then we got the Roval, so.
Yeah, we know what's going to happen there. We're not worried about that.
all right, Mr. Causey, good luck, and we'll talk to you next week.
I appreciate it.
All right, Mr. Pepper, with that being said, Joseph Causey with another big win, punches his ticket to the round of 8. Patrick Gaspar with a great points night, punches his ticket pretty much to the round of 8. Greg Holt with a big setback here tonight, finishes 11th. It's going to hurt him in the point. It's going to make him have to battle a little bit harder now to get into the round of 8. So keep an eye on that as the playoffs go along. But, Mr. Pepper, you're the king at taking us out, so go ahead.
All right, folks, you've been watching the IVRL Buttkicker Series on the Ghostfire Media Network. Another great win for Joseph Causey. And with that, we will see you tomorrow night with the Sportsman Series for the IVRL, or not IVR, AOLL, excuse me, I was reading something. And that'll be Carl Henderson at the helm of the mic for tomorrow night. So until then, we will see you next week here on the IVRL Buttkicker Series on the Ghostfire Media Network. And from Randy Pepper and Nick Adams, we gone. So long from the Sunshine State, guys. See ya. Thank you for watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.